This has finally arrived after waiting for it to just sit in my city for about a week before making its way to my place. I think it's the first personal experience I've had with the Postal Service being really slower than usual. This was just chilling in the distribution center for about a week. At one moment it showed going out for delivery, and then the next it's just chilling in the distribution center. So I'm guessing it's part of one of the casualties of what's going on right now with the Postal Service. But nonetheless, it's here, and it still got here before my Jeff Dunham Funko Pop, which I ordered over a month ago. But that one is also about to arrive in a couple days. I already received tracking for that. So this Pop Comedian's number 4. And this one belongs to Joe Coy. I've checked out a couple of his Netflix specials. I haven't seen them all. I'm not as big of a devout fan or longtime fan as I am of Gabriel Iglesias. I've been following him probably over a decade. Joe, I've kind of just recently started to watch his specials, probably in the last year or so I've had some catching up to do. I really enjoyed the coming in hot, and just little things like his father, the joke about his father and his mom, and the rice is rice, and how to measure rice with your finger, all that stuff's pretty funny. I've never tried it, but I'm gonna one day see if that's really a good way of measuring rice. Level water in rice is with your finger. So let's look at the box, side of the box. Let's look at the back. Can only assume that's a picture of him as a child crying, and his mother probably being kind of tough on him a little bit. This is his exclusive sticker right there on the box. He did a pretty good job of shipping. It came heavily padded in bubble wrap. So I really appreciate when people go above and beyond and shipping us these Funko Pops. They know how diehard we are about the condition sometimes of the box. Speaking of the box, about to pull this one out of the box so we can check out the details on the figure. Here we have a look at him out of the box. See the expression there on his face, holding the microphone. And this is the outfit he wore in Coming in Hot. You can tell because of the jacket that says "From the Ghetto to the Getty," and then he's wearing the Nike Prestos. Well, not officially Nike on this figure, but they're pretty much exact paint job and style without the Nike branding on there. This comedian's line's been pretty cool so far. I think they're just kind of focusing on current comedians and whoever's hot at the time. And Joe has a lot of Netflix specials, so does Gabriel Iglesias, and so does Jeff Dunham. And these guys are comedians that typically sell out arenas when they perform, and they're very popular at the moment, which is why I think Funko went ahead and gave these guys the first 4 pop comedian slots, and Fluffy has the first 2. Once the Jeff Dunham gets to me, I'll probably do a review and show all the pop comedians 1 through 4 that I have. But a lot of people ask that question: why Gabriel Iglesias? Why Joe Coy? Why Jeff Dunham? Why not legends like Richard Pryor or George Carlin or Eddie Murphy or Dave Chappelle? And I think probably some of that goes to the rights on the individual, or Funko not reaching out to make a deal with them, I'm guessing. And the other thing I think is they just want to start with whoever's kind of just a current performing comedian. Maybe not currently performing because of the lack of crowds and the inability to perform live in front of audience. due to the coronavirus. But I think they wanted to start with that first, and these guys all have their own sites, their own stores, the capacity to kind of sell these exclusively on their sites, and they have a pretty good following that'll support and purchase their Funko Pops. I think down the line, once I think they secure some rights, we might see like a Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, if he ever gives permission for them to use his likeness on a figure. So a lot of people have to like just realize that it probably isn't always just the decision of Funko as to what is going to get released, or it's a matter of just securing the rights, I think, a lot of the time, and collaborating or working with people. And these guys are probably the easiest to work with and collaborate. And I think Gabriel Iglesias explained that it was kind of an investment. So like he had to buy some of his product up front, and he had to pretty much believe in himself. So I think he bought a lot of his own product, and I think that's why the first wave of fluffy Funko Pops sold out real quick, and then he went and ordered more. But these aren't Pops you could just find inside of Target, Walmart, or order on Amazon. These are just, he fell down. His head is kind of heavy compared to how small his body is, so you're gonna try to stand him up. This one seems to kind of struggle with standing up, and he's a stand-up comedian. Waka waka waka. But yeah, there it is. Stay still. But I think it's a good start to this Pop Comedians line, and I think it's cool that each of these guys has included a autographed variation for their fans. And for those who collect autographed Funko Pops, it just makes it easy to purchase. We can't see these guys in person. We can't get them to sign things. There aren't any like conventions going on really. So it's kind of cool that they'll still sign a bunch of these and make it available for fans to get on the websites. Most of these have not been too difficult to buy, so they've been pretty obtainable, and the prices haven't been like too ridiculous. They're usually between the $40 to $50 range for a signed Funko Pop. And the exclusive Pops themselves usually go for about $20, so you're not paying that much more for an autographed version from one of your favorite comedians. So really glad they're doing that. I'm interested to see who's going to be Pop Comedian number 5, and whether that'll be a person who is currently active and able to also autograph the Funko Pop, because these guys have all set kind of a precedence, a standard. So now we're going to be expecting more of these comedians to offer us a autograph version to get. So stay tuned for that.